we go. We're good. Hello. Good evening. It's me again. It's me again. On a content warning page because I don't want YouTube to bonk me. How we doing? It's cold outside today. It is. I love winter. I love observing it from inside my house, but boy, do I hate traveling out, and it is so cold. And I don't have any Christmas attire with me. I don't have any Christmas attire. I need to find something to wear for Christmas. Because I need to look festive, but my festive gear is not currently on hand. I'm silly today. I'm also a little quieter because this is going to be a very, very atmospheric game. So, as far as I am currently aware, Slay the Princess is a dark visual novel with full voice acting. And, it's gonna contain some pretty creepy imagery, so you have been warned. But I would hope that my audience is mature enough to understand these things. But yeah. Dark visual novel, dark media. Nothing too weird. I think it's just got some other... I think it's just creepy. I don't know how to word it properly. I don't really have anything to talk about today. My brain is kind of mush, and... that's something in my eye that has not gone away. I've never played this game. I think I've only played it, I think I've only listened to it be played through, like, very briefly for, like, a very short amount of time. So, that was fun. I only listened to it played for, like, a brief amount of time, so I have, like, no full context on what everything is. I do believe it is still fully voice acted, so probably for the best. It'll save my throat for another couple days. I really don't have anything to talk about today. Other than Halloween isn't Christmas now, because I did not think about picking this up until now. I have the pristine cut. This game was released in 2013. I believe it was just available for Steam back in 2013. So, or 2013? 2023. Wow, that was a date. It was released literally last year in 2023. That's where Zephyr forgets her dates. Forgive her. It was literally released last year. I think it was around Halloween. It was only for Steam, and I think relatively recently it decided to go, it went physical copy. So you can actually get this for like Switch and other things. I'm not sponsored, this is just all the stuff I've heard. Because to celebrate their physical copy release, they actually set out a physical media, not a kit, it was like almost like a pre-order package, but it had like a lot of stuff, and boy do I wish I purchased some of that, because some of that stuff in there was actually kind of like, I kind of liked it. I was really bizarre. But yeah, I think all the kind of stuff I needed to really talk about. I'm really excited because I think the only I'm excited to play this because I'm very curious about it. There is, from what I checked on the Steam page, there is 131 achievements on this thing. This game is extraordinarily massive. It's got a lot to do with your choice in what you do. I have not preferred my route yet, but we will see. All I know is that this is going to be dark, and I might be haunted for the rest of my days. But that is the normal life of me. I will be haunted for the rest of my days. Man, can I get this? It's happened right before I started streaming. There was something that got caught in my eye, and I can't get it out, and it's driving me batty. Okay, I think I might have finally fixed it. Okay. But yeah. Slay the Princess contains flickering image effects as well as parallax effects that on rare occasions can cause motion sickness in players. I don't particularly get motion sick, so hopefully I will be okay. I think the only kinds of games I get motion sick on is something like Superliminal. It was it's that game that really messes with your head. I think Superliminal is the one, and its camera motions actually are so smooth. I genuinely felt nauseated afterwards, and I was keep this in mind. I was only viewing someone play it, and I actually got a little nauseated, and I never realized like how motion sick I could get. But we'll see. If either of these effects do cause health issues for you, you can disable them in the game's preferences. Okay, so that's at least good. They give you the freedom of choice. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There is no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Is it now? I don't know. I've been led on wild goose chases before where it's a love story and turns out not to be a love story. Okay. Let's go. Oh, this is actually the thing. Okay. I didn't realize that we weren't even on the menu screen yet, but oh dear. Hang on 1 second. I was worried about this. Hang on. Preferences. Display full screen. There we go. I was concerned because it was on windowed mode. Okay. Yay, we're good. Okay, I was concerned because I saw it was acting like that, and I was just like, oh no. We're gonna turn these volumes down a couple scotches. We'll keep this. And we'll, of course, keep the voice up. I could completely just mute it all, but I don't want to do that. I want to hear the voice actors of this game, of this lovely little indie game. Blinking CTC. It's fine. Skip. Unseen text, after choices or transitions. I think we're fine for now since this is the first time playing. I think we're good. And that music already took a turn. And we're gonna do a new game. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
A princess in the cabin in the woods. Yay! This don't lead to anything bad at all. By the way, I do love the artistry. Ooh. Oh, I forgot I did that. You can kind of like move the camera around. Get all the. Is it a one-time thing or am I planning on getting all endings? I haven't decided yet. It might be a game I might space out. It just depends on how it all goes. Would I like to see if I can get all endings? Maybe. That would be like in for a wild ride kind of day. I'll have to decide that because, like I said, I saw the 131 achievements that were listed, and I'm just like, oh, that's a lot. But hey, I got a golden achievement during the hype of Mortuary Assistant. Maybe I have the nerve to get all the 131 achievements. We'll see. We will see. We'll see if these local sorceress is that nuts. We'll have to look and see. I'm kind of glad I get to kind of have like rest my voice for a bit and just kind of like let the narration speak for itself. I love Phoenix Wright, but boy does Phoenix Wright require like a lot of my mental attention in voice acting, which is also not like 100% good. Anyway, moving on.
You're here to slay her.
They are.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I do like this divergent. No, not divergence. It's essentially. I forgot what the word is. It's the term for something that's completely. It's almost like role reversed because usually you have to save the princess, protect her, keep her safe, all that good stuff. save her and you save the world. This time it's like we have to slay her because otherwise the world will end. Lovely little death of the universe. Okay, let's see. The end of the world, what are you talking about? Have you considered maybe the only reason she's going to end is because the world is because she's locked. She's going to end the world because she's locked up. Ooh, there's so many choices. Killing a princess seems kind of bad, doesn't it? Wow, I didn't realize there were so many choices like right on the get-go. Someone else do this, forget this, I'm not doing this. Forget it, I'm not doing this. You consider that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get a reward for this? Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet. I want to offer monarch, viva la revolution. I look into the cabin, turn around, and leave. Oh. This is interesting. Were there this many choices at the start? I don't remember. Well, again, I don't remember seeing it. Oh, hi, baby. Kitty has decided to join me. The cat has decided to join me on this excursion, which she is probably all fussy because she can't get out of the office. Give her like 5 minutes. What do I want? There's so many options. I thought there was only gonna be like flip of a coin options or like a 1 through 3. I would have just like pulled out my phone and said, "Hey Google, can you like pick a number between 1 and 3?" And then I just let the Google random number generator just go. That would be a heck of a way to do that. What kind of hero do I want to be? What kind of hero do I want to be? Or hero in quotes. You don't know what I am. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked down there? Questions.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Okay. What is this ticking clock?
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Okay, that's quite... I think we managed to realize that phrasing is like, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. I almost like... my brain flip-flopped those words around.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Okay.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
So... we're technically walking on a treading path that's essentially the same as we've been on before.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Oh yeah, because that's like the whole metaphorical chicken before what came first, like the chicken or the egg situation. Like, we've never ever figured that out.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Do I have to slay her? Can't we just, like, save her? We keep her in the cabin, but we don't keep her, like, fully locked up. Meh, she'd probably find a way out. Never mind. Oh, can I, like, ask all these kind of pragmatic questions? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? My loot goblin senses.
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
You're not being specific. I would prefer you to be specific for me, because I need to know what I'm working with for. The end of the world? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
I'd be okay with the end of the world for a little while. But how can a princess be locked away in the basement to end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Here you are. Do you have any evidence to back this up? Because right now we're running on assumptions, pal.
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Are you just gonna, like, shove me because I've asked too many questions? No, it's still letting me ask questions. Oh. Oh, they added, like, a lot of... Oh, okay. Oh, they added, like, some extra stuff because I asked questions. Ooh. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. If she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens.
Yeah.
But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
See how much I can... How much Riz I've got. I've got, like, negative on the Riz. Yeah, with so many choices now, you know, why there's so many achievements in this game. I like that kind of thing, though. I like it where the choices actually do change the narrative, and that much I do know.
Then each and every one of us is doomed.
Hey, doomed world.
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Alright, let's go.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Princess in the cabin in the woods, though. That is so bizarre. Well, then again, I guess even in a fantasy setting, you could have, like, a cabin or a cottage in the woods and just have her locked up in a basement.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess.
Oh.
We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Yeah, that's right. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Use you. Proceed into the cabin. I could have just, like, turned around and left. I could have been like, nope, I'm out. Also, I am the only colorful thing.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Are you gonna make me take it? Also, I am like the one major colorful thing, but my hair almost blends into the background.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Oh my. Do I want to take the blade or enter the basement? I ain't no chicken. I'll enter the basement without a weapon. We're not gonna take the knife.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Yeah, but the thing is though, buddy, I didn't exactly take the knife with me. I may not have taken the knife.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
She's got such a cute voice though.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
It is they did like a very fantastic job with the voice acting. I'm not gonna deny that.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Yeah, I know. It's all more for fun, isn't it? To come here completely unarmed, to show her I am not dangerous, and to show that I am not here to throw a dagger into her chest. Lie, I'm here to save you. I can just say, just checking in on you. Hey, I'm thinking I'm here to slay you. Do I just want to be silent and continue down the stairs? If I lie, I could be lying to the narrator. because obviously we can kind of like talk to the narrator and converse with them. I'm here to... I could just say this, because I'm here to say...
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
I just want to have doom and destruction on the first go around.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
Yay!
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
I was kind of debating between that one or being silent.
You walk down the
she's
stairs
so
and
cute.
lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Like I said, I love this art style. It's really pretty. Like, it's so simple, but it's like storyboard artwork. Don't trust her, Zephyr, she's a man-eating clam. Yeah, I know, probably.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Yeah, she's really pretty.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm already falling for the siren's charm, so I will probably be okay.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
Again, her voice acting work is really nice. I'm gonna
I
be.
hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
If evil, why hot? Oh no,
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Hold on. Let's talk a bit first, or I'll see what I can do. You know what? I'm going to go for the Riz route. Why not? Let's see how I can Riz a potentially dangerous princess.
Okay.
Let's talk a bit, lady. I'm saying that as because she's a princess. I'm saying that because she's a princess, and that's the proper way to enunciate that. The world might end, but wife. She's, again, I love just the sketch work. It's so cute and so nice. What's your name?
Oh.
You have a name?
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as your Royal Highness.
Aw.
Or you can just call me Princess if your Royal Highness is too formal.
No canonized name, but I guess Princess will be fine.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
I mean, people have been named more odd things. I'm the first person you've seen in a while. What have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
I'm just checking on you. I am checking on your health.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
Looking at you, Prince number 1 and Prince number 2, this is true.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
She's probably been surviving on pure spite. Let's see. I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason.
Oh, you know your reason?
I don't actually
Oh.
know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need, and you should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
Keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. Retrieve the blade. I'm gonna like go for the full like world end on first go around. Why not? I'm not gonna go with the full. Oh my gosh, I can't believe they're keeping you down here like this. I'm going to say don't make me regret my choices.
You're only making this more difficult.
I'm probably not gonna even be able to break the chain because my hands are bare.
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
Hey, we just lead her outside. End the world. Why not?
You're making a huge mistake.
Shush. Shush, voice in my head, number... What am I at? I don't know. Could you say this? Nice.
No, you're doing the right thing.
There we go. Voice of the hero.
Walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
No, it's not. All that's up there is the
Doubtful.
knife.
Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
No. Let's see. We want to check upstairs. Maybe the key is lying around there somewhere up there. If not, then maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
She's, like I said, I love her voice actress
You
because...
attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
Oh.
You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh? Wait. Didn't we come here by ourselves?
Is someone else here?
Yeah, because, like, didn't we come here by ourselves? Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Is this the narrator, like, forcing this kind of thing? There are multiple meanings to slay.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence.
It makes it sound like that the narrator is purposefully, like, nudging
You're
these
here
things.
to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Oh yeah, you are manipulating this kind of thing.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I mean, I guess I could stay with her until the end of my days. That can work.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Would not want to play D&D with this guy. He's that kind of DM. This is probably true.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Hey, gotta love a strong princess who actually wants to take charge.
She barely hesitates before
Whoa!
raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped
Holy!
wolf.
Shh. Woo. Oh, yeah, that took a... Ooh. Oh, that took a turn.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you.
Ooh.
The clang of bouncing metal.
Smash
It's
next
the blade
question.
from upstairs.
Oh.
You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her.
Ooh. Yeah, we could. Damn.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
I didn't I mean, I half anticipated it, but her, like, instantly tearing at it was going, ooh. Save the princess, because that's because I don't have no other options.
Fine.
We're gonna save the princess.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the
Oh, boy.
unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
Blech.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little
Damn.
effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
She is not even screaming a bit.
Her limb falls to the ground,
Those eyes,
and the
though.
heavy chains follow suit.
I mean, at least she took
She
charge.
didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Yeah, that's actually a little terrifying that she didn't utter a word.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
She's crazy.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
She's crazy. She's definitely that kind of crazy. Approach the locked door. Are we gonna still get out of
We
here?
won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. I can't just let her escape.
Yeah,
into
I
the
kind of
world.
figured you were behind some shenanigans.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and
Oh,
raises
no.
the blade.
No! Slay her!
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
He's taking over.
Watch me.
What are you doing?
Oh, her eyes! They're so big. Oh, no, I don't wanna. I don't wanna. Oh. Oh, there's a... Hello. I could slay, but there is the only thing that I could say warn her. Ooh. Hey, narrator! I disagree with you already.
Stop that.
Why? My cat has decided to cross my screen. Oh, give her just... There she goes. Just gonna go be content.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
I know. I'm probably gonna be forced to.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
Oh boy.
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
Ooh. I'm like nervous and excited for I want to see this outcome.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Slay, slay, resist. My first instinct is to... I'm gonna resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
No!
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
I want to see, like, what can I get from this? Am I gonna get, like, one instantaneous good ending and then the rest of it's all gonna be downhill from here?
We both know this isn't you.
This isn't you!
She nervously reaches towards
Ooh.
you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands.
I'm enjoying...
What are you doing?
I'm more enjoying, like, messing with the narrator at this point.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Oh, is she gonna kill me?
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew.
Ooh.
It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Ugh.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
I actually kind of feel bad for her.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
Yeah, what is with the claw?
For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
So? Hey, doomed couples. They're a good thing. They're a fun thing.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
Fun!
I'm sorry.
Oh!
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
She's trying. She's trying. We can take it.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm more laughing at like I feel bad for her. Her face is like, I don't want to.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs
Ooh.
give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
Although I will say, the way the narrator speaks, it kind of like, it makes me just like feel good that I'm writing again.
It can't just end like this, right?
I've always loved writing, but it's like sometimes the way narrators speak is just like, I love the way it's written.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
Oh, he's looking at me with those big old eyes. And I write a little bit. I don't write fancy. I don't write like regularly, but I write like a little bit. Not a lot. She's so pretty though. She's so pretty. I've let her slay me every day.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
She feels bad. Chapter 2, The Damsel. She felt bad.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
What kind of Groundhog Day shenanigans are we into now? Okay. I kind of knew this was gonna happen because like I said, I was like slightly aware. But yeah, we're into some Groundhog Day shenanigans, time loops, all that good stuff. Or we're just a different hero altogether, but I don't think we are. I think this is just a different time loop.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Wait, hasn't this happened already?
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I.
Uh-huh.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Ever play Infinity Blade? No. Okay. Voice of the Smitten. I think it's because I chose like the semi-love route. Now I have like the voice of the Smitten in my head.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. So all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Wait, 4?
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
But, okay, so my lovely little hero is not questioning the fact that he said 4.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
I'm glad I got the voice of the Smitten. Let's go. Let's assume I'm telling the truth of all this really already happened. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Okay.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
It's like the Stanley Parable, too. Now I'm kind of thinking about it. It's almost like the Stanley Parable as well. Only, like, darker and creepier. Because you got this narrator that's leading you on.
You were the one who did us in, villain.
Ooh.
Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price. I beg to differ. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
I'm doing good, thank you. We just went through version. I think we went it through like ending one of several, maybe. I don't know how many we've still. I don't know if that was like the first official ending or not, but we will see.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Yeah, I would. The hero sacrifices love to save the world. The villain will sacrifice the world to save his love. Yeah, that's kind of me.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Probably a different shard. Use Final Fantasy XIV terminology. Probably a different shard. Different reflection.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
My soul probably got transported. It joined the ethereal sea, and then it just got transported.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
But she only had one arm. Do you think she... But she only had, like, one hand. Do you think she would really have been able to, like, break out by herself? Maybe.
She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
I love it. I love the voice of the Smitten now. I love that that's the first voice I get.
Convoluted. I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
I'm going crazy, because I hear, like, several voices in my head. It's fantastic. Let's talk about the princess. I'm with them. I'm going to find a way to save her from the cabin. Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
Okay, thank you. The only reason she's even able to kill me last time is because I let her. You can barely hold a knife. How is she supposed to end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
Oh, what if the voice is every previous hero? Possibly.
Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world.
And because I acted all smitten, it's probably the reason.
Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out.
She's chained to the wall!
I know, but it's just the way it is.
I was gonna say she's chained to the wall, but then again, if she went through the unsavory method of like chewing her own hand off, so she does have desperate times called for desperate measures mentality. Who locked her in the basement, and what is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
But I like overcomplicated explanations. It's how my creative brain works. Oh. I can't bump my mic stand. Being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
Nah, I like to hear all the details.
Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word.
You know what? If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
It sounds like you're trying to butter me up by comforting my hero complex. Yay, this game is actually interesting.
Oh, I didn't know we were special.
Yeah, this manipulative one.
Of course you're special.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Why else would you be here?
Yep, there it is.
Calling us special isn't going to make us friends, even if it did feel nice. Oh, believe me,
Appealing to the
last
ego.
thing I want is for you and I to be friends. But I'm a professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you save the world.
Okay, that's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Now, the question is it just the world, or is it just you? We are going to proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Again.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Okay.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
She is really pretty, though.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I love this.
I do.
There's like a dynamic.
But I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Is this like only done by like 3 voice actors? Like, and he's just doing really well at changing the personality? It sounds like it's the same voice actor and like the same voice actors. And it's like, wow, they actually do really good.
Yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
It's an indie game, yeah, this is true.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
An indie game that got themselves like a physical copy, which is good. Good on them. Proceed into the cabin. Let's see how this place looks.
The interior of the
Ooh.
cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Yeah, but you're not talking about the mirror?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Approach the mirror. Oh, there's only 2? Oh, wait, so the guy who's doing the voice of the hero is also doing the narrator. Oh. Interesting.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
But there's a mirror.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror.
Yep.
Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Ah, yes, a wall is made of wall. Again, I love the artwork on this. It's like so pencil sketch. And it's got like the storyboard feel, like I said earlier.
But there was a mirror a second ago.
Oh, it almost look. Oh, wait, this actually looks very interesting because it looks like it's like doodled on there. Again, why the claw? I won't know until later.
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Do I take the knife again or do I skip the knife again? Oh, the mirror vanished. How do I take the blade? This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around.
It was a simple wooden cabin last time.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
You're hiding something, buddy.
So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
I could... Well, I guess we'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
We'll take the blade for now. I probably can't, like, completely slay her if I have choices,
I
right?
suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword. That way she'll know we can defend her from her enemies.
It's so corny.
Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge, and hopefully it doesn't get turned on us again. There's no use arguing over motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
Mm-hmm. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell.
Fancy.
Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
This is really interesting.
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a
I mean, this
favor.
is a very elegant basement, all things considered.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
Oh my.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Can she, like, hear us talking to ourselves?
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Maybe. Also, yeah, say hi to the love at first sight in every early romance and or cartoon film in the last few decades. And hang on one second. I've got like a whole bunch of DM. What's up? Ooh, it's just going nuts. Oh. Okay. That was clear. Got this a knife.
You walk down the stairs
Oh,
and
you're
lock
so
eyes with the
pretty.
princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
We don't talk about the divorce rates of those love at first sight marriages. We don't talk about those.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul
She's dressed so pretty, though.
You know she can't hear you, right?
Oh.
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my
Her dress is all ruffled, too.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
She's so pretty. If evil, why pretty? I really do fall for the if mean, why hot situation, or if evil, why pretty.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero.
Her hair also got like a slight adjustment too.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Yep.
Waiting for you to come back.
Oh.
I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Oh. She remembered.
That's right, villain, and you killed us.
I mean, it is true. We kind of didn't have we didn't have control over our body.
Well, she killed us.
Yeah, but the narrator was probably the one who dropped the knife and also locked the door.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before.
He's so him.
So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
She's just so pretty, though.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
I love the voice of the smitten. He's so hammy. Do I have to cut you out again? What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Oh, she answered that way too easy. I don't think she would believe me about the narrator bit. Did you?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Oh. What did you do with my body? Oh no.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
I mean, she didn't say it in that. Hang on. Did she? Oh, that's autoed. I can't go back to a log. Oh, damn. I have no feelings for one way or the other about how the world ending. No, I don't want the world to end. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, wait. Oh, that was it. You're right. Thank you. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Okay. Would that have made you happy? Never. Okay, hang on one second. My cat is yowling at the door. I'm going to step away for just a second. I'm going to let her out. Please hold for just a moment. As I just step away for just a second. There we go. All right, we're back. She easily scampered out today. That's good. No, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
Oh, she's just kind of like going along with it.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
Oh, or she's saying exactly what we want to hear. So it's like, did the world end? Would that make you happy if it did? If we say no, she's like, then the world didn't end. Oh.
Not so sure.
She is being very compliant. Killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
I don't know.
Did we?
What? Did we?
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body.
Oh yeah, we did warn
That's
her.
practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone. She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign
the
kindness.
subtext.
You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
Oh, the subtext. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
No!
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm.
I mean, we could
done.
also use the knife to cut away the chain.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with.
Thank
Am I
you.
the only one here who thinks that's weird?
Thank you, voice of the hero. You are very smart. Yes, that is a little strange, as she would be very agreeable to everything.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic,
She chewed off her
smiling
own arm
angel.
last time. Well, her hand, technically.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
I'm sorry about what happened. Can I spill the beans about the narrator?
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
Would she believe me?
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Oh God!
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
Yeah, I'm kind of agreeing with that. That's a little unsettling.
That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
It is kind of creepy.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
I mean, technically we weren't driven to violence the last time. We were kind of forced. I don't know if that was being driven into it. Rescue or slay? Do we want to re-rescue her again, or do we slay the princess? We roll credits, or do we rescue? I'm tempted to kind of like, you're the protagonist. I am, but I'm also very bad at decision making. I'm actually very curious about like where the route would go if we continuously tried to save her. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go with my gut. I'm gonna say rescue the princess because I want to see where this will lead. Because after all, we do have it on the stream title. We are trying to save the princess, not slay the princess.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
Yeah, what are you gonna do this time, buddy? Also, I love just going against what the narrator wants, because it's fun.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Yeah, I am essentially doing this out of, like, pure spite for the narrator right now.
You wouldn't.
Try me. To hell with love, we'll rise around in spite, indeed.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Oh.
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings.
Ooh.
That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
Just easily slide right out of there.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
Damn. Fantasy magic.
I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
She's gonna betray me, isn't she?
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
She's so pretty, though. Yeah, we could have done that any time. She didn't have to go bite her own hand off.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Smother.
Are you sure you want to do this? Just one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and everyone out there is saved.
But she's so sweet!
Is that a threat? You know what we'll do if you try it.
Oh, that's not a mole. That's the cursor. I don't think that was a mole. I think that was the cursor.
You're going to regret this.
Bet.
What do we do now?
Her dress is a heck of a lot more scooped. What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has
fantastic.
never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Aww.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world?
Yeah, what if she doesn't?
You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I don't know. You've not exactly given me a good, proper reason to not believe her at this moment.
I think I want to leave. And I think...
She's gonna go crazy, isn't she?
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
I am suddenly very unsettled. I'm suddenly very unsettled.
And then she shrugs.
Okay.
I don't know. What do you want
I
to
knew
do?
she was gonna ask that question. Be not afraid. I want you to tell me what you want, but she doesn't know what she wants. There must be something you want. Do you want to end the world?
Are you seriously asking her that?
Yes. Because it's a pedantic question.
Oh, we've been over this one. No, I do not want to end the world.
Oh god, her voice. She's going more Disney. I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later. Actually, yeah, why not? It's like, I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later.
That sounds perfect.
As the princess takes your hand in hers, you let your blade tumble uselessly to the floor. And with
She's
it
so
tumbles
sparkly.
the last hope for the entire world.
She's so sparkly.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
Woo!
I like to think that you do, actually.
Screw the world, we have love.
Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with.
Is this my first? Yeah, this is my first episode of it. Absolutely is. I started with, I didn't take the dagger with me, and I wanted to talk to the princess, and I wanted to set her free from the chain. That's what's setting my current course.
You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs?
The world ends.
Let's see.
Oh.
Isn't that interesting? The door slams
Oh,
in your
you
face. and the lock
jerk.
clicks.
He didn't. You know what? I know I'm doing this out of spite, but do you have to really spite me back? Come on.
That's a familiar move.
Yep. Too familiar.
Did I do that last time?
Yes,
And
you
you
did.
should know that you won't be able to leave.
Hey, at least I recollect that.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
Narrator wanted to be a comedian.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
I'm assuming we can't just like smash down the door. If you want to, Pristine Edition is currently going on sale for $14 because I believe it's due to the current awards it's nominated for at the moment. It's running for 14 just for the regular and about 20 for the deluxe, which I do not know about the deluxe version. I just get the $14. I don't know if it's fun.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
No. I do know they have, I don't know if they have the physical copy, but I do remember they got a physical copy set. I don't know, like, what consoles it's for.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you will ever know.
Okay, I'm sorry. From an artistic standpoint, I love the way this is. Just like, she's essentially on the foreground, and you're able to kind of wiggle around the background, and it's so nice. It's such a nice, like, little artistic detail that I can't help but go wee. Almost like a pop-up book kind of thing. Almost.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional
I'm not
voice.
technically going along with the whim of the very much smitten voice in my head. I'm kind of going with what I want to do. My entire stream audience wants to see me save the princess, slay the princess. Why? I'm sure she's fine. I do need to find a fancy way to number these though.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Let the voice of the smitten take over. I think I've got this. You think you can open?
Well, I don't know. Do you think I can?
Oh, she's really just kind of compliant.
Of course she can. You believe in her, right?
Yeah, absolutely. She's gonna turn into a dragon.
Nobody is leaving this basement.
Want to bet? I think we can open it if we try it together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech.
He's so mad. He is so disgusted right now.
And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
Oh my god! It's so corny, but I love it. And also the narrator just being mad. The narrator just being so salty right now.
I told you our love was insurmountable.
You know, I don't know if it's just the art style, but she's getting a little wavy there.
You and the princess make your way upstairs. Her freedom and the world's ruin are just a few moments away. If you don't mind, I'm going to fix myself a drink before you ruin everything. If I'm about to see the end of the world, I'd rather not see it sober.
There are options. You could stay here with her. The world would end. If not, then what? Might be cool. Ooh, yeah. You know what? My kind of guy, going for a drink.
You know, if her walking out that door is really going to end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone.
Do I have the pristine cut? Yes. I got the pristine cut. That is my current copy. Or my current pickup of the game.
That's not how this works.
Hang on. Oh, I won't forget that I can save. I can probably just, let me just... I want to see where my options will lead me first, but I will save here for now. I'll save here for the funsies, because she's so pretty.
Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
Our happy ending is the end of the world as we know it. And if we need to be happy with each other, what if we just stayed here and built a life together? Ooh. Stop it with these interruptions. I've already had enough. Well, made up my mind. We're leaving. You know what? You know what? Pretty cottage life. Pretty cottage life with a princess. That is my kind of fantasy, AU. Let's go. Let's do it. All we need to be is happy. All we need to do to be happy is each other. What if we just stayed here and built a life together?
What a romantic suggestion. You're right. We
Stay?
don't
Yay!
need the world. All we need is each other.
Absolutely. This is gonna go to hell.
That's exactly what I just suggested. Was it not romantic when I suggested it?
Aww.
Did you suggest that? I wasn't listening.
Oh boy.
You answered me.
But the door's right there. We can just leave.
Wait. Why
Ooh.
would she say that? Was she not wooed by our proclamation of love? We not enough for her?
Stay? Funny way to say slay.
She's not wooed by you because staying here and building a life together isn't a solution. It isn't anything. It's a non-answer. It can't be done.
I mean, we could. It's like, forget, you know, we can build a life together here in this like little cabin in the woods. It's just gonna take a little bit of hard work. It's not really a non-answer. We can just live here as long as she's up on the upper floor and not in the basement. We love a little cottagecore around here. Yeah. We love a cottagecore around here. Much less about the fate of the world has me a bit worried. That's why I want to just stay here. Yeah, this is also true. Trust me, it'll be better for the both of us if we stay. We can be happy here. We just have to want it. Ooh, that sounds a little bleh to me. Do I want this one where we just say we're leaving and just completely end the world? You know what? Fine. Let's go.
Okay,
Just chill.
that's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
I have a feeling this is gonna end up really, really bad as soon as we walk out the door.
Yes,
I can always
suppose you
reload
are
it
going
too
to
later.
Do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Romantic haze. Your love will set it free.
A happy ending at last.
Single step out.
We did it. What
Oh.
should we do now?
Oh, the background getting a little funky.
Where did everything go?
Ooh, the story is ending.
Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
The romantic haze.
I'm cold.
Wait.
Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
Oh, that's not good. Yeah, this is the first one.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Plot
Feathers?
the wall and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Oh. Oh. Well. She gone. She gone. She vanished. Oh yeah, that's true. He did have a comment about the feather outlays. What in the Eldritch Abomination just kidnapped the princess? That was not Bowser this time. But you don't get a chance to make that jacket. Something has taken her away and has left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a...
Hey, the mirror's back.
Why is it here? Why now?
Is it because we looked into the mirror on the first go? I don't know where she went. I don't know how we even go about looking for her.
Right. She's gone. It's just us and that.
Wait, is the smitten voice gone?
I can't
Oh, he
believe
is.
she was taken away from us. The
nerve. The narrator is gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended?
Oh, he's hearing my
A
questions.
villain vanquished.
Right. Absolutely, villain. I think I'm supposed to look at them.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
He's like a bird creature. Oh yeah, touch is a love language. You're right. Well, you got no choice. We gotta approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Well, we kind of have no choice, sir. I'm sorry. Oh, ignore him. Oh, this is us. We approach the mirror. Oh, that's why he said 4. That's why he said 4, I think. Because it had the smitten voice, the voice of the hero, the narrator, and me. I love meta stuff like that. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach the forward. And don't forget the princess. Yeah, that's also true. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Oh! The body, it's you. Ooh. You are alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet here. Proceed to the cabin? Oh. You are at the cabin. Milady, are you okay? Approach her. Oh.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Okay, good. I was like worried there because I think these hands looked like fire. So I thought she was on fire. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Oh, that's creepy. Solitary lights? What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me.
Oh, this is creepy.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own.
Oh, the music score is fantastic, though. It's like really soft.
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
Oh. Now, I know there's like several other ways you can go about like the introduction as well, so I went with the make her a sweet princess.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
You know the narrator.
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
So we're kind of like in a world between. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
I don't know, some kind of spiritual mumbo jumbo. Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
So many questions. But you were always the princess, or are you making her part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Guess not. Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
I see. This way of storytelling is like super. I like This is why I like games where decisions actually like have like full matter. Especially when it does things like this where it just like changes certain outcomes. Because the way I started it can be completely different from the way you began it. You know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
I see. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Fancy.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
Only if we are able... Oh, if we said we believed her on the staircase, I wonder what would have changed.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole. And perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Yeah, I can still see why there's 131 achievements to unlock for this. It's insane. The amount of detail for just like a simple for like an indie game at this scale is insanity. But like a good level of insanity. Aren't you scared I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
So I essentially kind of like gave her her form in this one, because I remember the one I kind of watched had something completely different from me. How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find.
Oh, that's...
I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Well, it's been a bit, and I wasn't fully like watching it. I was more like listening to it, so I don't remember if she looked exactly the same or not. So my memory might be a little foggy. How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
I see. I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Being semantic, what are you going to do if I help?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
And well, what if I don't let you do? Okay. Make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Whoa. Everything goes dark and you die. The shattering kind of spooked me there for a second. A gentle heart. Bring the damsel to her. Hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And
Also,
in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
that was the real Slay the Princess starts here. That was like the actual achievement for the true beginning of the game. We were just at the introductory phase. Now we're really in it.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Yep. Note, you can't skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard or RI on your controller. End of the world, what are you talking about? Have you considered that the only reason... Oh, this is like a full-on reset. Even check if we stayed. I'm good for now. Well, I'll save it right here in this slot. And then we return. For now, I'll just keep it I'll keep this one like the main run, but if I need to, I'll go back and do other ones. Any options? Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
No, of course not. What makes you say that? Killing of a princess seems kind of bad, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
That's a bit of a harsh on princesses. Now, finally go to the cabin. Hang on. I think so that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Yeah, so.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous.
I did.
She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
I did. I sold the world for love.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Go for it, narrator. Surprise me. Hang on one sec.
Causality doesn't matter here.
Yeah, you're just going to repeat the causality.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
She's fine.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Oh, I'm going to have to take her out for this one, aren't I? Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
Let's go. I can always ask more of those questions later.
Up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
So we're going to actually take the knife with us.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh, he is talking to us directly. Because the hero is trying to talk to me, saying, we're not really going to slay the princess, are we? That's not what we do. Narrator's like, no, ignore him. Do it. Proceed to the cabin. Oh, that's clever. It's a clever way to say that your choices do matter.
The cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
That's...
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We will take the blade. We will explore, take the blade.
Take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Enter basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Yeah, music changed.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Oh! Oh, her voice changed. Oh. Oh, that's great. Her voice changed. She's not the scared little princess we literally saved a bit ago.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Oh, baby.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hey, oh, this is literally because I took the knife. This is all because I took the blade first. Continue down the stairs. Think I'm here to kill you? Just checking in on you.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
Ooh. If evil, why pretty? Hi.
You walk down the stairs, and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
We're not going to take it too easy on her this time.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Ooh.
Focus on the task at hand.
Still pretty, still hot, yeah.
And there you
Ooh.
are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Oh, her tone, her face is all changed now. What? No way. Why would you even think that?
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
I like this. This is so good.
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it.
Drop it or
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
He really is trying to talk to me, and the narrator's trying to lead me in a different direction. Let's... I'll drop it.
The blade tumbles out
Hands
of
up.
your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an
Hands up.
unceremonious clap.
We're dropping the knife. We won't slay her yet.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Her voice, though, is definitely something.
Against your better
Ooh.
judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face.
Her eyes are spooky. Those are soulless.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Right.
So here we are.
Ooh.
What an awkward start to a relationship.
Naughty little thing now, isn't she? Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
Do you know you're supposed to end the world?
Don't just tell her that.
Yeah, I'm going to, buddy. Ooh.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
The face of hers. Ooh, boy. We're gonna destroy the world several times over, aren't we?
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
Yeah, that's my question. How long has she technically been down here? She looks just absolutely done.
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Also, it is kind of the curious thing. Like, how did she not end the world, depending on, like, what age they took her down here? Ooh. Ma'am, don't look at me with those eyes. No, but I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping that information secret from me. Have they told you why I'm so dangerous? No, but I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping that information secret from me.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Uh-huh. You're welcome.
What if they're bad reasons, though? If they had good reasons for thinking I was dangerous, wouldn't they have shared them with you? I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want to leave. At the end of the day,
She is
whatever
so
the two
done.
of us have going on down here is about trust.
Love the way you stress that word.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
True, they didn't.
That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
I mean, things could happen.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear.
You think you want to hear.
But you don't really know me, do you?
Ooh.
What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
Trust must be the thing. Maybe your knife, yeah.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust.
Is it really?
So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
Ooh.
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
Subjugate. How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Ugh.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's
She is.
suggesting. Right?
Oh yeah, she is.
She is. I'm sure of it.
How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Very vague.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
From a purely logical standpoint, she's right about trust. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Oh, she's a spoiled thing in this one. Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We get to know each other while I decide what to do. Slay the princess, or I'm going to get her out of here. Would getting her out change things, though? Because I had the knife first? All routes are very interesting. Yeah. Maybe your points are valid. Oh, it won't be damsel again. If I chose to take her chains off, it won't end up being damsel again. Good to note. So it's just all a matter of like what you choose first, and then that kind of sets you on your path. This is so interesting. Like I said, everything is connected to their own specific routes. You know what? Let's do it again. Let's change the direction. Let's see what happens when we have the knife. But we're going to examine the chains and try and break her free.
Oh, you have to be kidding me.
Nope.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying
Don't
to
chew your
break
arm
them
off again,
apart.
please.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Maybe not. But we got the knife. There is no key. Do you have any ideas besides me cutting you out of there?
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
Dang, she's hardcore.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance.
She's gonna lose her arm again.
If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free.
Oh yeah, because we actually took the knife with us. She didn't, like, bite.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams
Oh,
shut.
of course.
You hear the click of a lock sliding into
Narrator,
place.
come on, man.
Is someone else here?
I'm just going to immediately go back to the return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
Nah.
Easier for whom?
Yeah.
Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
She is so done with everything.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
Can't we just, like, cut? Well, then again, it is probably, like, hard metal. She's not going to be coming out of that anytime soon.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Probably not. Save the princess. My entire thing is save the princess. We'll do slaying next time.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain.
Fair, cutting off the hands on the arm, yeah.
To cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
Ooh. That narration also changed.
She didn't so much as utter a sound.
He really didn't.
Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered.
She's just that ice cold.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world.
What are you gonna do about it?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Oh.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
I love how the narrator will literally take over the body. Slay, warn. Do we slay or do we warn again? You are the protagonist, still. Yep, warn her. Let's see what she does. I want to see what different route she'll pull.
Stop that.
Why not?
I thought this was a little too easy.
Oh, her text turned red. Oh.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect.
Oh dear.
Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Slay. Resist. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
She's gonna probably slay me and she's not gonna give a care.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
Ooh.
I'll make this quick.
She is so cold.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Ooh.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
Oh, she's so cold.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck.
Oh, we're dead.
This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
It was kind of worth it for a secondary route. Chapter 2, The Prisoner.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Whose voice did we get this time?
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, you... I'm wise to your
My
tricks.
Tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree.
The
If he doesn't
skeptic
remember
has
what
joined
happened
us.
last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Skeptic.
And as far as trying to help her goes, Need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Yeah, you did. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
It sounds like a hard-boiled
You
detective.
died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to
Nah,
me.
I never did.
The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess. You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting.
Are you talking to me too? How dare you? This is not some sort of self-delusion. This is just me being a jerk and I don't want to listen to you.
But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her?
Yes.
Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
A professional what?
Sure you are. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
The protagonist just wanting to be like, yeah, we died once, but hey, we technically respawned.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
That is good.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
Very true. You're the protag, still felt the pain. That's just a consequence of it, even if it was temporary, yeah.
Oh, how I wish that were the case. But if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are.
Yay!
You're talking in circles. No, I'm talking in facts.
I love the skeptic. I could just turn around and, like, leave. Let's proceed to the cabin again. I could just turn around and, like, not...
warning. Before you go any further.
Maybe another time I'll just, like, turn around and just be like, nah, I'm out.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
I actually timed that right. What the hell? I didn't intend to time that correctly, but I did.
Did you just say wink out loud?
Yeah, seriously, did you?
No, I didn't. Wink.
I love the skeptic.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
I love the skeptic. I love the skeptic. He's just like, I just love it.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon.
Oh, this is your dungeon
of
now.
starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
This isn't the pretty damsel locked in the basement scenario. We're not in that scenario anymore.
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor.
Bolted?
A pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's see. Didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
He definitely did not. Does a mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should.
Mirror on the wall?
There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
He's either faking it or he doesn't see the mirror.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I think you know what we have to do.
Touch the mirror? want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. Any theories? Nope, not yet.
Let's not get caught up in vanity, but we should definitely take a closer look. Whatever it is, he must not want us to know about it.
Is this some sort of rehearsed bit? Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
Reasons. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Mm-hmm. Wipe the mirror clean. Oh!
Reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Oh.
But it was there a second ago.
And now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Do we take the blade again, or do we enter the basement? We're going to enter the basement unarmed this time around.
I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade.
Oh.
We're in a dangerous situation, and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon.
Are you sure? She killed us with it last time. What if she turns it against us again?
Yes, I'm sure. And I've already got a plan for that.
Really?
Still with those past life delusions, are we? I hope part of that plan is don't give the world any monstrosity your only weapon. Because unless you've decided to arm the princess, I don't think you need to worry about her having a weapon.
This is the illusion of the choice.
Peachy. We'll be fine.
Okay. I'm trusting you.
This is the illusion of the choice because of the skeptic. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Let's see what's going on down here.
Thanks. I mean it.
You're welcome, buddy. You're welcome, voice in my head, number 43. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps.
Ew.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
I mean, she's doing like a little better.
Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs.
Thank you.
It's been a while since I've had company.
She is straightforward.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
She's triple chained.
She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
So much for cutting her out of here.
Yeah, we're kinda screwed with cutting her out of there, aren't we?
Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table.
Yeah, her face is just like, I am so done.
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
That was there last time too, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was.
but the other two were not in use.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Not sure if I need too much of anything, so she locked she is. Sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
Ooh.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
And she's really calm.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sit where you were told to sit. I'm going to obey her for now.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Her crown changed too, by the way. She didn't have this particular crown before.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
Also, her hairstyle changed a little too. What happened after I died last time?
Oh, are we talking about that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But sure, I'll fill you in.
She's just so done.
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of
Oh.
them.
She's kind of like also on a repeat.
And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows?
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even
Yeah.
more in the dark than we are.
True.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
That chain is like super big though.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use.
This
has complicated things.
Oh, because you told us?
It's complicated things. How exactly?
Yeah, how did it complicate things?
Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion.
Yes.
The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
A contingency for what?
Yeah, because I took the knife, she was a lot worse. She was a lot colder to me. And we didn't slay her, we warned her, we resisted, and now we're in the next half of the loop where she is triple chained to the wall.
For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
Yep.
Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles.
Ooh.
I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth.
Oh, this is becoming
Hoped if I pushed
psychological.
back hard enough, I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle.
Ooh.
And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
The alternative?
That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't.
Damn! Skeptic really laying into the narrator.
I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
Yeah, we're only gonna remember for like the first half.
Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be
She's
in the
just
dark?
chilling and listening, just like watching me just sit there.
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much.
I love having the skeptic around.
Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
No.
I won't.
Yay! Skeptic is with me. No, we will not.
Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
I'm sorry, ma'am. You were about asking my intentions earlier.
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do with it? Why are you here?
Having a staring contest with a knife wielding weirdo just blanking out, yeah.
There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see any keys in your hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal.
Yeah, but this time you are triple chained. You are not coming out of that one alive.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck?
Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
Well, if it repeats, doesn't matter.
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her.
Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
She's just so cold. I could just like ditch her. I just like. It isn't a shackle too.
No, no. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
Ooh.
But she would have to cut her head off, right?
She can't be suggesting that.
That'd be insane.
She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't.
Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you.
She's so done with the narrator shit.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. We'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
She could.
That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none.
No pros, only cons.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
They both could. What was it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
No.
Maybe it'll fit.
Ew.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
I need to remain ambulatory. Oh, I have more options again. Curious. Inspect the shackle.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Oh.
And why is that?
Yeah, why?
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
No, but...
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
I don't know. Maybe it will.
Bring back our
He
Disney
doesn't want us
princess.
to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
But what if he's telling the truth?
Do I listen to the voice number 43 in my head, or ignore
He
him?
isn't.
I am.
Ooh. Here's the thing, if I do this, the narrator is going to do something. He's going to let me go through the consequences of my own actions. We're
Good.
gonna let it go.
Forget you ever saw it.
I'm not gonna
Nice
forget that it's
try,
there.
But I won't. Specifically because you told me.
Yeah, we're not
to.
gonna forget it, but we'll remember it's there. I'm not gonna giving you a weapon. In case you've forgotten, you killed me last time.
But sure, let's talk about what happened. Because what happened is exactly my issue. The last time we met, your body tried to kill me.
Yeah, I technically didn't.
If you take a moment to imagine yourself in my position, I think you'll understand why letting you near me with that thing is untenable.
Untenable.
So, be a good bird and hand it over.
Bird.
And if being nice isn't enough motivation, well, I think you're aware that I'm not afraid to resort to violence.
Ooh.
If you come near me with that thing, I will strangle you with these chains.
So yeah, that's the thing. Like, if we had inspected this, would she have like reached? She could simply reach over and, you know, choke us. She's got enough. She's got just enough. She's got just enough feed to do that.
She doesn't beat around the bush, does she?
Nope.
Yes, it's almost like she's a fundamentally bad person who wishes to inflict pain on others.
I kind of miss the Disney princess, but I also kind of like this villain twist too.
Or it's another bluff.
No hard feelings, of course. But you should be aware of my position.
Let's see. You leave alone. I'm gonna be the one with the weapon. You know what? You know what? I think I'm going to leave you here. Actually, you're not much of a threat to anyone locked up like that. See ya.
Oh, you bastard. You'll regret
Will
this.
I?
The door locked behind us the last time we tried that.
But we could
remember?
just like walk out.
As if by
Oh.
divine will, just as you finish the thought, you hear a door slam.
Oh, jeez.
I'm afraid you won't be leaving until the task is finished.
Oh.
Doesn't matter how many chains she's in, without your intervention, she'll find a way out eventually.
That's not fair.
The narrator done locked us in again.
Unless you deal with her right here, right now, she will remain an existential threat to the entire world.
But she's locked up. She's
what seems
fine.
unfair to you is fair for everyone else.
Huh. So it's not even safe to think. I see how it is.
I told you that you'd regret saying that, but I didn't think you'd regret it so fast, and with so little effort on my part.
Your part?
I guess we're stuck together.
So, oh. I could cut her free. You're the one in chains. If anyone here negotiating, it's you, not me.
I might be the one in chains, but we're both locked in here. The only thing you have to bargain with is that scrap of metal. Admittedly, it's a scrap of metal that I want, but you'll find that I'm extremely patient.
I think I'm going to do exactly what the narrator is telling me to do here in just a moment. I'm not going to trust her with a knife. I'm not going to cut her out. It seems I don't have much of a choice. I'm sorry.
Sorry doesn't cut it.
I know. I know, but wife, we've got no choice. Well, we
I'm
had
not
choices.
A damsel to be helplessly murdered.
As you move to strike the
She's
princess,
up.
she stands, her chains clinking as she wraps them around her fists.
Oh! Oh, boy. Oh. She's armed and ready.
In an instant, they're around your neck, both of you dropping to the ground as she pulls them taut, bracing her body against yours as you struggle uselessly.
Whoa, she just went. This princess can throw hands. I like her.
Drop it, or you die.
I thought this was going to be a safe move, but she's going to kill us again. Just listen to her, do what she says. How many times did I warn you she's not to be trusted? But while strangulation can be very distracting, she's not armed, and you have your pristine blade. End her before she ends you.
One sec. One sec. The princess is throwing hands. But I am going to... I'm going to let RNG take the wheel on this one. This is like my semi-last decision for the night. Hang on. Being 1 and 2. 1 being slay the princess. 2 being drop it. Rolling a D2. I'm essentially flipping a coin. I think I tapped it the first time it read 2, so we are going to, yeah. Yeah, let me do like one last reset on that. I feel silly. Okay, I'm gonna reset that and like let it do its thing. Never mind. It is 1. We are slaying the princess. I'm sorry, princess.
You steel your will and refuse to give in to the princess's demands, ignoring the stars dancing in your eyes and the screaming of your starved lungs. You strike.
Because it's between a 1 and a 2, I didn't want to like mess it up too much. The coin is fair in its judgment.
You fumble your first few attempts, only making surface-level scratches and gouges as your arm flails forward,
Ooh.
barely able to obey you.
She is throwing hands.
But a single focused blow was all it took. Your blade pierces up through her ribs, slicing through flesh, striking her heart.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
The chains loosen. The darkness creeping in at the edges of your vision subsides.
None of this was ever very fair, was it?
Ooh.
But I did kill you last time. I should have expected you might want some petty revenge.
Well, technically it's not revenge. RNG kind of told me to.
Unfortunately for you, that means you've dug your own grave. You can forget about me ever helping you again, even if it damns us both.
And just like that, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
I don't like this. It was too easy.
It was not too easy. We almost died. That's right. This was an incredibly difficult task, and you performed it admirably.
I don't like you.
Let's just get out of here. I don't like looking at her body. Plus, he said there'd be a reward.
Reward!
I'd appreciate a reward right about now.
Thank you.
You have the attention span of a fly. How are we supposed to unravel the mysteries of this place if you're so easily distracted by empty promises?
Because there's probably nothing there.
It's better to have a short attention span in a situation like this. There's no use dwelling on the past, especially when it's already set in stone. And especially when your promised reward is not, in fact, empty and is worth all the adversity you've been through to get here.
Fine. But if we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it.
Ooh, we take the blade with us. Ugh.
With your work done, you remove the blade from the princess's corpse and make your way back upstairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. You can think of it as sealing yourself off from an unpleasant chapter of your life. It's all uphill from here.
Is it? I think I'm gonna be haunted.
The windows. Do you see that? We used to be able to see the outside world from up here, but now it's just empty.
Just empty?
The door. Check the door.
Open the door and accept your reward.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Uh-oh.
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
I feel gypped.
You don't have to act surprised. We could see this vast emptiness through the windows.
I feel gypped. Where's my actual reward, man?
But if everything's gone, does that mean we're not gonna get our reward?
Hero's just like, you just get a reward,
This
please.
is your reward. An eternity of bliss, if you'll have it. And I suggest that you have it.
Oh, this is creepy.
Okay.
Alright. I'm
This
gonna
is
back
what's
out.
best for everyone. Trust me.
Like hell it is.
Bullshit. It's bullshit. Let us out
What's
here.
done is done. And there's no going back now. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Oh.
Decades? No, it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let him win.
Well, we don't have really anything to attack him with. What do you suggest
We
then?
still have a blade. Let's use it on ourselves and start over.
I don't want to die again.
Suggesting you kill yourself. You shouldn't kill yourself when you have an eternity of bliss right in front of you.
I don't want to die again. I didn't like dying last time.
That's great. Congratulations. You've earned it. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is.
I'm gonna be haunted, aren't I?
Happy still has plenty of meaning.
As she's still technically in the basement.
He's just saying things.
The voice's protestations fall on deaf ears.
I don't like the narrator.
Eventually, you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
What the heck is that?
No, you stop that. Stop all this nonsense.
You really don't want to be happy, do you?
You know what you have to do.
Oh no. The budget ran out. Oh. Yeah. Is there really another
If it
way?
makes it easier for you, I can do it. Let me have it.
Give the blade to the voice of the skeptic.
Alright. I'll make this quick.
You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to turn down immortality itself just to make me lose?
Yes!
Why should it matter if we die at this point? Haven't you already gotten what you want?
Yeah, we slayed the princess.
I don't have to answer that.
We technically did what you wanted. We slayed the princess.
That's all we needed to hear.
Yeah, fine. The little voice raises the pristine blade to your throat and cuts it open. You rapidly bleed out and then you die. You're a genocidal maniac, you know that, right?
Oh my.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Chapter 3, The Grey. Ooh.
You're on a path in the woods.
See, that wasn't so bad. And now we've got another chance to get to the bottom of things. Bit by bit, we're starting to unravel this place.
There are so many more threads to pull once you stop feeling.
Yeah, I don't think the princess is gonna be very happy. Oh, well, also voice the cold.
That's a little dark, buddy. You feeling okay?
I got now voice number 44.
I'm feeling nothing. And I like that just fine. So you've been here before. Of course you've been here before. What count is it this time? 2? It's our 3rd. What gave it away? Your open discussions.
The last time we were here, you were in full-blown denial about the possibility of us restarting. What changed? Have you just been pretending to forget?
I'm afraid not. Whatever other versions of me you've met in those other lifetimes were just that. Other versions of me. I just wish I'd been the first.
You said this last time
So
too.
you knew how all this worked. Why didn't you ever tell us? We could have used it to our advantage.
Spoilers.
That's because there is no using it to your advantage. The more information you have, the harder it will be for you to succeed. It's not like it was that difficult to slay her last time. She may have put up a fight, but her flesh is still softer than our blade.
Okay, buddy, you good?
And now she's dead, and I doubt she'll be able to do much of anything from the grave.
Yeah, but we are also on a new timeline.
You already slew her, and you survived. Yes.
Oh.
Then why, pray tell, are you here? Oh, I know that one. We killed ourselves. Why?
Reasons.
Because you thought trying to stuff us away in a corner for eternity was a suitable reward. Was it not? What better reward is there than eternal bliss? You should have been happy.
We were kind of bored.
We were bored.
Thank you.
There were still answers that we needed to find.
It was actually working. And you killed yourself. I can't believe it. You ruined everything.
How does us dying ruin everything? What aren't you telling us?
The world doesn't stay saved if you die.
Yeah, because it
And
resets.
if the world isn't saved, then that means she isn't dead.
She's alive! I think I might... Yeah, I think I'm looking at the time. I know it's been a kind of a short run, but I think this is probably like a good spot to kind of hit the stop for now. We'll stop here, because I do need to go unwind, and I need to go unwind. I need to rest for the evening, or for the remainder of the evening. Most of my weekday streams, if you're new here, are usually relatively short, but usually on a Saturday we tend to run a little bit longer, and this Saturday is going to be, we're going to be building characters in Honkai Star Rail. We're going to have a little bit of fun. But yeah, I'm going to stop here for the time being. We'll catch up another time. I will hopefully see you on Saturday, okay? Bye-bye! 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 Play the princess! Bye! We'll have fun again.